Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and today I thought I would do some glimmering. So here I have the Spellbinders glimmer machine. You do have to switch the toggle to turn it on, and when you do, that topmost light that is glowing red will turn on. That just lets you know that the machine is on. It is not quite ready to start glimmering, so you'll have a moment or two to actually prepare the piece that you want to glimmer. And today I am glimmering the February 2023 Glimmer of the Month. When the machine is nice and hot, then you'll see the second light glow green. And that is going to be your cue that you can start to glimmer your piece. When I am glimmering, I actually do have this cement block. It's small. I think it's 6 by 6. My husband poured it and formed it for me. And it's nice to set my glimmer machine onto so that as it heats up, it doesn't damage my work surface. And so I would definitely recommend that whatever you're glimmering onto, take care to protect your work surface. And today I am going to do a little bit of experimentation. So I am going to glimmer with what would normally be some debossing die plates. So these are not glimmer plates, but they are actually the dies that actually will deboss a sentiment, and they are from the large die of the month for February. And the reason why I wanted to try this was because one of my viewers asked for one, and second, I often use glimmer sentiment plates to deboss sentiments with. And so I have been curious to see whether you can do the reverse, that is to actually glimmer with a debossing plate. And I know I've done it at least once before with a sentiment, and I thought I would, since I got the question on one of my videos, I thought I would actually try it with these specific dies. Namely, I'm going to do the sentiment ones and as well the floral ones. Now, the difference between dies and glimmer plates is that, generally speaking, and I don't produce this, so I don't know it for a fact, but now that my green light, it's the ready light that has turned on, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this first. This is a proper glimmer plate. So I'm going to get this on first. And by the way, I am using the Spellbinders Glimmer Specialty Paper, and I'm loving it so far. So once you have your plate on here, there's a button. It's all the way at the bottom of the 3 lights. You push that, and that's a timer. You'll start to see the third light, the bottommost light, start to blink. When that glows solid, I did turn my camera off and turn it back on. It usually doesn't take that fast. It takes a minute or so. But when that glows solid, then you know that the whole thing is ready to run through your die cutting machine. And when you run this through your die cutting machine, you take the entire unit out. You unplug this entire unit, and this is the only thing that passes through your die cutting machine. You don't need any other plates that normally come with your die cutting machine. So, as I was saying, generally speaking, my understanding anyhow, just from observation, the difference between a die and a glimmer plate is that dies, generally the metal is more raised and comes to a bit of a sharper edge. It's not so sharp that you would cut yourself on that edge, but it's sharp enough to where when you pass it through a die cutting machine and pressure is put onto it, it can cut through paper. That's a dye. With glimmer plates, if you look at the raised portion of the metal, it tends to actually have a more flat, more bold lines when you're looking at it, is one way to kind of describe it. And so the lines are generally thicker or wider, and the metal doesn't necessarily come to a point or anything, because it's not meant to actually cut through your paper. It's meant to actually apply pressure and actually deboss that foil and push that foil into your paper, and through heat and pressure, that's how foil gets transferred to your paper. With a dye that is actually a debossing plate, that's sort of a cross, I feel, between a dye and a glimmer plate, and that's why I've tried to use them interchangeably. And here you can kind of see, I'm gonna try it on the flowers next, because there's some deboss detail in the flowers. And the reason why I say they're a little bit of an in-between is because, for example, the sentiments, they don't actually cut out the sentiment. It's more that they just deboss, or they push the lettering into the paper so that it is kind of depressed and leaves an impression in your paper. And that is kind of similar to what a glimmer plate does. However, what I have found or observed is that with deboss plates, it does tend to have a finer, and it kind of just depends, because it depends on the font that the glimmer plate has. Some fonts are very fine, but I have seen that more often than not, a deboss sentiment plate, it tends to have a finer, font. And so you might find that if you glimmer with it, it could work, but the font is a little bit finer. And the other way that it's similar to a glimmer plate is that because the sentiment is just meant to be pushed into your paper, it's not, the metal itself is not raised as high as the cut line of a die would be. So there are dies that I've used to glimmer with where it actually has an outside cutting edge, and it debosses the sentiment all in one go. And I've glimmered with those very successfully as well. So you can glimmer with your dyes because of the sandwich that you're using to pass through your die cutting machine. If it doesn't have quite as much pressure, there's not as much sort of thickness, then, and here's a look at the glimmered dyes. If there isn't as much pressure, then even the outside cutting edge of a die won't actually cut through your paper, but will instead be just enough to actually transfer the glimmer. And one of the reasons why I really, really like the Glimmer specialty paper by Spellbinders is that if you get overfoiling, like I've done, you can actually just wipe it off with your fingers. I found that most of it just came right off, just rubbing it with my fingers. Didn't even have to use my white eraser. And actually, what I found the best thing was just this Swiffer cloth, because it's nice and soft, but it has a little bit of grab to it, so it'll grab small particles, and it was fantastic. It worked really, really well. So here you can see it does glimmer, and for this card that I'll make, I'll focus on actually just using the actual Glimmer of the Month, these gorgeous tulips, which I've colored with some watercolor or water-based markers. And this is just so gorgeous on its own that I'm not going to add too much more to this card other than I'm going to cut this a little bit smaller than my card base, which will be A2 in size, so 4¼ by 5½, and then I'm going to add a glimmered sentiment. And I would have used one of the sentiments that I glimmered just now, except that there's already so much pink, and I used pink foil for all of those tests that I did. And looking at it, I felt like I wanted more gold as opposed to more pink. So I just dug through my stash, because often when I turn on my glimmer machine, I just go to town on glimmering and I glimmer up a bunch, and especially sentiments are great to have on hand, and I just set those aside. The other thing that I found that was really cool about the Glimmer specialty paper is that I feel like it's a little bit similar to Yupo paper, where there might be something that's like kind of man-made about it that helps make it ultra smooth, but also makes it a little bit non-porous, because I got some smudges of watercolor on outside of the flowers, and I found all I needed to do was take a water brush, apply a little bit of water to reactivate that watercolor, and then I was able to just wipe it off. So that was pretty fantastic. So I just wanted to show again that the debossing plates from the large die of the month, they do work and they will glimmer up. The lines are a little bit finer than what you might get with an actual glimmer sentiment. But if you absolutely love a particular sentiment that is actually a debossing die, definitely give it a glimmer and try it out, because it should work just as well. You might have to kind of play around or experiment with your glimmer sandwich. You might have to add a cardstock shim or two, but it will work, and then that just kind of extends the use of your dies. So thank you for joining me. I know I don't glimmer on camera very often, but I will try to do so more, and hopefully answer any other questions that you might have. So feel free to drop me a comment, and always let me know what you're thinking, and if you ever have any questions, I'm happy to try it out. Thanks again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.